Ladies and gentlemen, this is Intervlog. I say this is Intervlog, and I am here once more. I'm here because there is one important information that I brought to you today, and this information is a beautiful one. I say it is a beautiful one, and it is coming from Burkina Faso. Ibrahim Traore has kept surprising everybody every day by day. And the information I have for you today is very, very important and a surprise to some African countries, because this is one of the most important things to talk about when you want to give development to your country. And you would ask me, what is that? Well, if you go to some countries in Africa, in South America, in Asia, you would see that along the street, there are tables everywhere. People selling oranges, selling fruit, selling bread, selling so on and so forth. In most of the cases, they have reduced the size of the street that it became impossible for cars to pass through those streets. Sometimes it is called street market, but it is not market. It didn't supposed to be so. And Ibrahim Traore has come out today to say that such market is not going to take place in Burkina Faso because he is going to give Burkina Faso standard development. Therefore, street markets will not be allowed. Right now, he is building markets in every section, every part of Burkina Faso. He is building stores, kiosks, far away from the road, organizing things the way they're supposed to be. And that is what you are going to listen to right now. He said there is no good development without keeping things in order. He is going to give best route so far, good street light, good plan of development of the OUAGADOUGOU new city, but the organization has started from now. Therefore, if you are selling anything on the street, go and take a shop that Ibrahim Traore is building. If you need markets, there are stores in the markets. Everything in Burkina Faso will look different from how things used to look in Africa. Burkina Faso will be a place to be used for an example in Africa. Let's go and listen to how Ibrahim Traore talked about the street market in Burkina Faso.
So let's talk about the area of the economy, which is very important to us. We are in the process of setting up a process. The payment of the domestic debt has started a little with the smallest debts. The invoices of less than 100 million have been paid, and we are continuing as and when, because that should help relieve the private sector and be able to revive the economy. Currently, we are going to quickly turn to state-owned companies. The general meeting has just finished, as you have seen. It works very well, and they have achieved very good results. We will start with the state-owned companies. Subtract a little from their DAT to ease the economy and keep it running. Ease the domestic debt and keep the economy running. So in the coming days, God willing, many entrepreneurs should be relieved after signing the agreement with the state-owned companies. But we are in the process, in the mining sector, as I told you, of taking a certain independence. This should allow us to have a good number of resources in terms of finances, but also and above all, the industrialization component, which should fill this economic component, because we spend a lot abroad. We are in the process of setting up all the processes so that our systems do not go out. In the meantime, at the AS level, as you have seen, we have decided to set up an investment bank and also a sovereign fund. So the technicians are on this process. The reflection is underway, and we hope in the near future that they will present us with something substantial. The other strategic aspect, which I will not talk about and which, you know, we are moving forward calmly. And when the time comes, it will surprise you. And stay tuned, that's all I can say. In the trade and industrialization aspect, we have also made the diagnosis as I was telling you. Currently, as you can see, we have listed a good number of products that we import from abroad. So we are starting an industrialization process. We need to get as many industries on site as possible to transform our raw materials and to be able to manufacture what we consume. We are in this process, and we are talking with many partners to have as many industries on site as possible. This will ensure that our quotes do not go out and that the economy runs well and that we could also have jobs for young people. It is in this context that we have taken certain decrees to facilitate the creation of small businesses. We have cut all taxes for a good number of years so that small businesses can be created and survive. Unfortunately, small businesses find themselves faced with financing needs. It must be said that at the level of banks, it is very complicated for us to have financing when you create your business. We met the world of bankers, and as I said, we exchanged. But I am not at all satisfied, because the return that had to be made so that we support them in financing small businesses is not satisfactory. That is why we are reorganizing our funds that were available at the state level. We have gathered them into a certain number of funds, both at the level of agriculture and at the level of the Ministry of Employment, to be able to replenish these funds soon and to be able to allow young people who create businesses to have credits and to be able to get started. And I take the opportunity to call on the world, again, of bankers to come back with proposals, because we have solutions, but perhaps not good solutions for them. But they must come back a little to support us in being able to help young people get by. If necessary, we will be obliged to put in place a plan, perhaps one that will not please, but we will be obliged. In the field of commerce, as you have noticed, many people have contacted us during our tours of the yard markets. We have taken stock of the situation. There is so much work to be done to rebuild these yard markets. Today, when you take OUAGADOUGOU, the mayor, I would like to hold awareness sessions everywhere concerning a certain number of traders who have set up shop in an anarchic manner on the side of the streets. But I have instructed that it is always awareness while waiting for us to clear the spaces to build markets worthy of the name and ask people to come and take shops in these markets and now be able to free the streets to be able to expand and clean up our environment. And I'm taking advantage. I'm therefore taking advantage, asking you also, the population of the cities, to help us in this awareness phase by raising awareness yourselves, so as not to build around the Sonobel poles, which are a danger to yourselves, not to build them on the water drainage gutters. And I'm counting on you so that we can achieve this objective.
After listening to this video, I was very happy and clapping. This shows the type of leader Burkina Faso has. This man is giving us a template of how to change Africa, and he has started it from his own country. Therefore, if you are an African, go and tell your president to start rebuilding your country, to start thinking like Ibrahim Traore. Things have to be in order. We should stop living like 100 years back. Europe is developing, firstly. America developing. Australia is developing. But eastern of our country, to copy this development, what they copy is how to squander the African money, how to squander public fund, how to drive Toyota Land Cruiser SUVs everywhere. They don't think about what Ibrahim Traore is thinking, trying to change his country, trying to bring developments in Africa, making everything to look different. The last time I talked about Ibrahim Traore, it was about waste management, which he went to buy so many trucks, garbage trucks, and he shared it in Burkina Faso state. They are cleaning everywhere. Now, He focused on markets and then began to reconstruct the market and the buildings. This is the type of leader Africa needs. Thank you very much for watching. This is Intervlog.